presidential candidates are fighting for the White House. Is it any similar to the 1960 election? Who will win the election? Here now, Claire Dingwall.
Good evening. So glad you are joining us tonight for what I have to say is one of the most interesting stories I've ever reported. We will be looking at the two of the most popular candidates from the 1960 election and how it compares to this year's presidential candidates. JFK and Nixon were going head-to-head in the 1960 election, but Nixon was thought to look the most ready for the White House. He had a calm political manner that caught the eyes of people. In this year's election, Trump has the opposite views of him. People that are not his followers believe he is racist, and some of his actions have been controversial. Being a big-time businessman, he has a lot of connections. A Billboard singer didn't write a song for him, though, like they did for JFK. Frank Sinatra wrote the song High Hopes as a campaign.
Everyone is voting for Jack, 'cause he's got what all the rest lack. Everyone wants to back Jack. Jack is on the right track.
Kennedy also started the trend of jingle ads. JFK's ads had a catchy song to them to help him promote his campaign.
Kennedy, 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 Kennedy.
Do you want a man for president who's seasoned through and through, but not so doggone seasoned that he won't try something new? A man who's old enough to know
And young enough to do.
well, it's up to you.
In this year's election, Cruz is focusing on attacking the other candidates in his ads.
Life, marriage, religious liberty, the Second Amendment. We're just one Supreme Court justice away from losing them all.
Would President Trump ban partial birth abortion?
Well, look, I'm very pro-choice.
But you would not ban it?
No.
Or ban partial birth
No,
abortion?
I would. I am pro-choice in every respect.
We cannot trust Donald Trump with these serious decisions.
Cruz and his other opponents in the Republican Party as well as the Democratic Party have been going against each other in multiple debates lately. The debates have been getting very intense, but the thoughts of the candidates have been revealed. These debates are a lot different than the debates between Nixon and Kennedy. Those two candidates were part of the first televised debates. Nixon didn't do well during the debates because he agreed with everything Kennedy said. He made every mistake possible. On the way to another debate, Nixon cracked his knee on the door of the car he was getting out of. This put him in the hospital for 2 weeks, which held up his promise of visiting all 50 states. Most candidates now try to visit as many states as possible. If they have to miss a state, they choose wisely what state they don't visit. Ben Carson didn't even visit his home state of Michigan. Shortly after, he dropped out of the presidential race. He wasn't winning enough primaries or even any polls because Trump was winning majority of the votes for the Republican Party. Kennedy was the favored candidate to win in the 1960 election, although Nixon and his people did believe he was going to be the next president. This is just like Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. These two are very confident that they will be the top two contenders.